Hello everybody, this is Mr. Kinney. I'm going to go over with you the gram formula mass sheet, and on the back side of it is the moles and mass sheet, and this is just getting started, just for those of you that missed class today. So let me go, we'll start over here. Let me zoom out. So what we did, we talked about last time that with the periodic table, when we take a look at these masses over here, titanium has a mass of 47.87. We can round that to 48. That means if we have 1 mole of titanium, if we have 6.02 times 10 to the 23 atoms of titanium, it will weigh 48 grams. So it's a really nice conversion, the mole is, from these really tiny numbers, basically how many protons and neutrons, to something we can go weigh. So we need to have a periodic table here. So to begin with, we're going to be figuring out the molar mass of H2O. So whenever we say molar mass, that equals grams of that material in 1 mole of that material, grams per mole. That's all that the molar mass means. So for water, hydrogen has a mass of 1. Okay, we'll just round it to 1. Now, it has a mass of 1, but we do have 2 atoms of hydrogen in there, so we need to multiply that mass of 1. Oh, actually, that's 1 gram per mole of hydrogen. Plus, we need to add the mass of the oxygen. And on the periodic table, oxygen over here has a mass of 16 plus 16 grams of oxygen in 1 mole of oxygen. And then we add those up. And we add those up, you get 16 plus 2 will equal 18 grams of water in 1 mole of water. Now we're just practicing this part here, but technically you should really say 18 grams of H2O in 1 mole of H2O. But we'll save that for now. We know we're working with water. We'll just do the grams per mole part on there. Zoom in there a little bit more. I guess I should have made that bigger. Let's come over here to our friend sodium chloride. So salt. And when we take a look on the periodic table, sodium is over here, 22.9. We'll round that to 23. So since we only have 1 of them, we just need to put 23 grams of sodium in 1 mole. Plus, now we need to do the mass of chlorine. So the mass of chlorine, 35.45. Now sometimes if you have a lot of chlorines, it might be really good to make this 35.5, but for right now we're just going to round to the nearest integer, 35. Plus 35 grams of chlorine in 1 mole of chlorine. And when we add those up, I'm thinking that comes out to 58 grams of NaCl in 1 mole of NaCl. So for the rest of these problems, you're just adding those up and doing that. Now I did for, let me see, I'm just going to kind of work through, I went too low, right there. That one can be kind of scary. Now first off, that's question number 9 there, okay? So don't think that there's 9 of those. Question number 9, calcium. Okay, calcium's over here with a mass of 40. So we have a mass of 40 grams per mole for calcium, and we have 3 of them, so we got to times 3. Plus, now we're working with phosphate, and that's phosphorus in there. And in phosphorus, 30.97, we'll round that to 31. So there's 31 grams of phosphorus in 1 mole, so 31 grams per mole of phosphorus. But now we do have a parenthesis here, and there's 2 of those, so we do need to multiply that by 2. Plus, now we've got oxygen. Now, from our first problem over here, we said oxygen was 16 grams per mole. So we don't need to look that up again, but you can on your table. So 16 grams per mole of oxygen. Now, how many oxygens do we have in here? Well, in 1 phosphate, there's 4 oxygens, but we've got 2 phosphates. 2 phosphates, so 2 times 4 is going to be times 8. So now you just multiply those, and then you just have to add those up. I'm not going to do it for you, but the answer will be in grams per mole, and that'll be of Ca3PO4 quantity 2, like that. So that's how you work those out. Now on the back side, turning this over. Now, think down here, number 15. I want you to add a number 15, beryllium chloride. Okay, that'll come in, number 15, beryllium chloride, BeCl2. Make that a number 15 on here. Now, in this problem right over here, the directions say determine the number of moles and the quantities below. Now, don't freak out. We're given this number, 29 grams of sodium chloride. We've already figured out the conversion factor. We've been working with these, okay? There is 58 grams of sodium chloride in 1 mole of sodium chloride. That's our conversion factor. So I'm just going to set this up like this. Since that's the given, I'm just going to start it right there. And we're looking here for moles. And according to what we just did over there, we said, now we want to get rid of grams and we want to end up with moles. So we want to say there are 58 grams of NaCl in 1 mole of NaCl. These cancel out. And you want to reduce. And if you take a look at this, that's about 30, that's about 60. 30 divided by 60 is 1 over 2. So the answer is going to be about 1/2. Well, 0.5, because we don't want, in fact, that's actually what it is, because 29 does go in there exactly twice. Isn't it nice how we set those up for you? So a lot of these, look at the answers, see what you think. I'm not going to do the math here, I'll let you do that, but the answer will be in moles of sodium chloride. And then for the rest of these problems, it's the same setup. You're just multiplying the given here by the molar mass that you've already figured out on the back side. Then the second half of this, we're just going to do the opposite. We're going to tell you how many moles you have, and you've got to go through and figure out the number of grams. So, I want to use something. I'm going to do water on this one. So I'm just going to skip down to number 3 and show you that one. So for water, we've already got 0.33 moles of H2O. So I'm going to just go ahead and get this set up. From the back side, we calculated that the molar mass of water is 18 grams of water and 1 mole of water. So 18 is the magic number for this problem. Excuse me. So when we go to convert this, we want to say that in 1 mole of H2O, because remember now, this time we want to end up with grams, so we need to have our conversion with 1 mole of water here is 18 grams of water. Don't get lazy and not write these. In stoichiometry, you always need to use the units and what it is you're doing, because pretty soon we'll be crossing off lots of these. Get in the habit now. Write the moles or the grams and also what they are. Moles of H2O cancels moles of H2O. And the answer here is going to be 18 times 0.33. Well, that's 1/3, so that's basically what's 1/3 of 18. Okay, yeah, that's right. Well, then use your calculator. But anyway, the answer is going to end up being in grams of H2O. We just converted 0.33 moles of water into how many grams of water that would be. And there you go. So you can do the rest of these. This will be due next time in class. So long. Okay, so long. I'm trying to hit the right button.